Before we move on, there's never been a season where both conference finals ended in a sweep, but we know that's what Boston's going for as well. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tonight in Indy, and the C's are hoping to bring out the brooms on the Pacers' home floor. Boston can punch their ticket to the NBA Finals with one more win. Brown averaging 30 points per game in this series, while Tatum has 31.7. They're the second duo to each average 30 points through the first 3 games of the Conference Division Finals all time, joining Hall of Famer Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, who did it 3 times in the 60s. All right, Shay, you're up first here. Are you concerned that the Celtics haven't been tested enough?
They've been really good. Well, teams have been really bad, especially the Indiana Pacers have been really bad in the clutch situation. Right now, honestly, Stephen A., the Pacers should be up 2-1. They gave game 1 away. They gave game 3 away. Give the Boston Celtics credit for hanging in there and finding ways to make shots down the stretch. Holiday has been Holiday when he needed to make a big play.
Great defensive play.
He's done it. We've seen him in the NBA Finals when he took the ball out of Book's hand. We saw him in game 1 when he forced Halliburton to dribble the ball out of bounds. And we saw what he did against Nembhard the other night. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get away. If you go down 18 to the Dallas Mavericks, you're not coming back. You go down 8 in the 4th quarter against the Dallas Mavericks with those 2 outstanding ball handlers. Now, you got a very good defensive backcourt with Holiday and Derek White. Holiday's going to have his handful with Luka. Derek White's going to have his handful with Kyrie. But I think the thing is, for me, is that maybe because they've been in these situations before, Jason Tatum is starting to look like JT.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown has been solid throughout the playoffs. I got no gripes about the way
and averaging 31 in the series.
Got no gripes about JB, the way he's played. Now you get Jason Tatum starting to be efficient. Had a 36, 12, 8 with 0 turnovers. He's starting to look like Jason Tatum. He's starting to look like one of the 2 or 3 best players in the NBA. But I am a little concerned because they kind of dodged some bullets. I mean, you look at the Knicks got injured. You got Joel Embiid getting injured. You got Jimmy Butler get injured. You get Donovan Mitchell missed the last 2 games of the series. They had no Jarrett Allen throughout the entirety of the series, and now Tyrese Halliburton goes down. Yeah. So they've kind of had an easy run of this thing, but I don't like what I'm seeing because they keep falling behind by 15 and relying on shot making 3-point shots to get them back in the ball game. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this against the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, me personally, I want to be tested before I get to the finals. I want to find out who's with me. I want to know who's going to get in that foxhole, and when things get tough, you're going to be right there. So you definitely don't want to get to the finals before you get tested. The reason why they've gotten into the path that they have is just because of injuries. It's no fault of their own. Give them credit for walking through the door because Indiana definitely left it wide open. They definitely left it wide open.
Well, let me say this to you. When I think about the Celtics, first of all, you are tested when you go through some tight games.
Yes.
All right. So Indiana gave them some tight games. Like game 1, you're absolutely right. It was theirs. They should have won that game. I'm not going to give them game 3. You up by 18. Boston came and took it. Boston came and took it.
You up by 8 in the 4th.
Boston came and took it. Boston saw, I mean, listen, Derek White, big time 3. Al Horford, big time 3. Jason Tatum, big time 3. You know, JB going to the whole game. Boston elevated their level of play and came, and they said, wait a minute, Halliburton is out. Plus, we're the better team. Let's stop playing games with y'all. Let's close it. TJ McConnell was fantastic. Yeah. Nembhard was fantastic. Yeah. But they ain't on our level. Enough's enough. And they went and took it. Game 1 is the game you're blue. I don't look at game 3 that way, but I will say this. Boston concerns me because it's too much one-on-one, UD. It's not JB and JT feeding off of each other. It's your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, okay? And I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and I'm saying, I'm looking at the way Luka and Kyrie are feeding off of one another. I'm looking at how they're feeding the other guys. You know, P.J. Washington, you know, if he's making shots the way he's been making shots, I think Dallas is going to win the championship. Yeah. If he, listen, I picked Minnesota to win the series in 7 games. I can't believe what I'm seeing from them, but I'm also very, very happy. You know, I don't mind seeing Luka and Kyrie, please. I ain't depressed about that. I'm just looking at it because I thought Luka was hurt. And I thought that as the playoffs waned, attrition would kick in because there's a lot to ask of him. But he's just phenomenal. I'm saying about Boston, I don't like what I'm seeing in terms of too much one-on-one play. And Dallas's defense has shown me You're not going to be able to beat them playing that way. Jason Kidd has shown me he's too good of a coach to let you take advantage of his team just off of your talent. Schematically and how you work together cohesively is what will knock off the Dallas Mavericks. Nothing less. And I don't see that enough from Boston.
The bigs from Dallas have played better than I thought they would.
Gafford and Lively. Yes.
Lively the second. Daniel Gafford has done an unbelievable job. P.J. Washington, Derrick Jones have done a great job of defending on the perimeter. Right. And those two bigs are very, very active. They do a great job of protecting the rim.
Right.
And so they do a lot of, you were saying, why don't they put Kyrie and Luka in more action? Those bigs do a great job of being active once you get past the initial defense. They do a great job of that. But they put so much pressure on you on the other end. This will be a great matchup. The question I have, will Kristaps Porzingis be back, and how healthy will he be? Because he's the guy that unlocked JT and JB.
Okay, UD, I'm coming to you with this. I'm coming to you, bro.
Okay.
You played. You've been in this league all of these years. You know where I'm going. When they talk about Porzingis, Shay, they don't talk about just his health. They talk about this. Just like Anthony Edwards, you know, I mean, open that Pandora's box. There's a Pandora's box that's automatically opened if Boston meets Dallas.
Yes.
And that is Porzingis in a relationship with Doncic, which ultimately led to him departing. You see Doncic talking to Anthony Edwards. You see him talking to Rudy Gobert. Now imagine what he's going to do against Porzingis.
It's going to be personal.
Ooh.
For sure.
And the Kyrie tied to Boston situation.
That's right. So I'm just saying. It's a lot. Now, we don't want to be presumptuous, but damn it, 3-0, ain't nobody come back 154-0 in NBA history when you're up 3-0 in the conference. I mean,
the only guy that can make that possible would be Go James.
We believe.
Yeah, they
what?
Yeah, they
you remember he did it 3-1?
Was it 3-0? Was it 3-0? Was it 3-0? Was it 3-0? He ain't come back to no 3-0. Stop it. There you go.
You already know why I brought that up.
That's what he does, you. That's what he does. There you go. Any excuse to mention the GOAT and LeBron, this is what he does, you D.
Yeah,
It's what he does.
I've been seeing that for a long time.
Udonis, I thought he was going to say the only man that can make that possible is God, but I should have known. He went, go James.
I had a feeling he was going to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. What? What, Shannon?
Hey, Kyrie, hey, look, I was on the island by myself. I watched everybody. I'm the only one that picked the Dallas Mavericks against Minnesota.
That's fair. But we thought that Luka Doncic was hurt, bro.
You thought that?
Yeah,
he looked the same to me.
Playing. Ankle, knee, everything, bro.
You look healthy to me.
Yeah, he's damn right now. I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying?
What they going to do about Kyrie, though?
Shay, you called it. You called it.
Offense
taking over.
Kyrie special,
All right, we got to leave it there.